Right, let's extend the conversation. We're joined by SABC News reporter Tumelo Machogo. Very good evening to you, Tumelo. You have really been out there interacting with residents who have been left frustrated. And of course, some have seen an opportunity, but a lot of them are still waiting for some action. What did you find in your interactions?
Well, indeed, the community there, they're still struggling. Many of them, they're still jobless and saying that, when the mine closed down, businesses actually shut down. You remember that, the aunties that would sell amagwinya next to the road, people that would have guest houses in the area. Those businesses had to shut down. Many of these community members, they're still frustrated because now their businesses are not doing much and there's not much activity actually happening at Komati land. A lot of people have actually moved out of the area and it's slowly becoming dilapidated. But people there saying that, not a lot has been done for the community there. But some saying that, they have been taken in for learnerships, they have been taken in for programs that are being run by other departments to actually come there to the communities and actually start helping them. There are farming activities that are starting to take place in the area where people are being trained to get into farming, to get into planting. And some of those people saying that there are a bit of activities that is happening for them, but most of the people there are still very frustrated with the fact that, there's been a slow pace in ensuring that, there's movement in terms of what the power station was intended to go for, because they are hoping that the power station was immediately going to go for renewable energy, and a lot of them they're going to be absorbed with that, but not most of the people there, they're still unemployed and they're still frustrated.
Yeah, and of course, if we look 3 years back as to what led to their frustrations and the immediate closure, people losing jobs almost immediately. We know that the South African Independent Power Producers Association has been speaking quite a bit about how they are reviewing Eskom solar, RFP, and engaging on a broader scale with the sector. Talk to us about, that aspect and the way forward as this matter has been standing still for 3 years.
Well, indeed, when the power station was decommissioned, or rather when it was shut down, there was actually hope that, the power station will eventually produce around about, they said about 120 megawatts of solar power generated through solar power, and 150 megawatts generated through batteries in the area. But none have actually started working because the power station still need to decommission. So they still need to ensure that the facilities are there to repurpose, to do other things while they are waiting for the solars to be assembled, for the solars to be assembled at the power stations. And that is going to take a while because there are solar powers that are starting to be assembled, but they still need more people and still need companies to come into the area and start doing all of that work that needs to be taking place before they can actually start now saying that they can hire more people to come in, but also they need more empowerment of those people. That's why now the Presidential Climate Change Commission actually went there to actually start speaking to the communities about what they have learned as the commission itself, and also what can they do better to improve the situation for the people that live in those communities. And also they have found that people are still frustrated, people are jobless, and also the fact that this was almost a rush situation because not a lot of people and lot of people didn't know where they're going to go after the power station has been shut down. So they're saying that a lot of funding is still a problem, especially for issues that will have to start helping the power station into getting where it wants to be. Funding is a problem, the misalignment of municipalities in terms of the provincial government, and also with Eskom, and also with civil society, because everyone wants to have a say in this thing, but also that is also a misalignment. That's also delaying a lot of things and a lot of issues. But also, Eskom is saying that they also have a lot of procurement issues that they've been having, and that is a challenge on its own, because if they're having procurement issues, that will also delay situation, especially for people that need job and that want to be there to be hired.
But the agripreneur training, Eskom's training, how much of an impact has that had, and how far is it supposed to stretch in terms of perhaps absorbing some of those who have lost these jobs?
Yeah, indeed. And also they're taking women and they're taking young people. So far we understand that about 15 women have been taken. Right now they're in Centurion. They're being trained to become entrepreneurs, also to become farmers in the area. So they are expected that those 15 women that are being trained right now for 10 months, when they come back, they will start using the land, because the land there is quite fertile. So they start using the land, but also the women there, they say they're going to need about 100 hectares of land. And also they want to start a corporation when they come back, so that when they come back, they can actually hire people. They're saying that each of them, 15 of them, they can actually hire up to 20 to 30 people. So it will create jobs when they eventually start working on the land. But then they're saying that this is what is happening so far. Some of them have been taken, now they're in Centurion, they've been learning. Some of them have actually started in the community, doing some farming in the community, and then also, but it's not a lot, because also at the end of the day, you remember that this area now has become very small because of the number of people that have actually moved out. But they are starting to plant, they are starting to do stuff, but also only 15 women have been taken in. But you can understand, 15 out of how many people were living in this community, there is still a lot of people that still need jobs in that area.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Let's perhaps leave it there for now. Wrapping up that conversation with SABC News reporter Tumelo Machogo.